Hey guys, it's Noah here, and it's been a long time since I've made a WoW discussion video. This one isn't more oriented towards the traditional thing of like looking forward to like the next expansion or anything like that. It's a bit more objective. It's a bit more serious, and it's something that I think I should address, as people have told me, that I make really good discussion videos, and most of you guys have subscribed to me through my discussion videos, and hopefully in the future people will continue to find me through these discussion videos, and they won't be just, WoW related. I'll probably make them like a channel thing. But, you know, I want to cover a somewhat serious topic in World of Warcraft, and that's what I think the state of the game is. Um, I can't speak for Warlords of Draenor. I don't have alpha access. So this is completely, barring Warlords of Draenor. This is the game right now as of today. So, I'm not going to include anything from the future, but I'm just going to give my take on where I think WoW is headed. And I'm usually a very optimistic person. In everything, I'm critical. I pretty much am a critic, but I'm also very optimistic. So I kind of contradict the whole, the whole critic build, because that's usually more towards like, tearing people down with the negative instead of focusing on the positive. But I'm a little bit of constructive criticism in the other way. But anyway, I digress. Basically, as I said before, I just want to talk about the state of the game and where I think it's headed. And I mean more from a real aspect. I think WoW, well, I should say Blizzard, I think they have put way too much investing on their virtual shop. Think about how much shit they've released over just the past year. Over the past 365 days exactly, they've probably released at least 3 or 4 pet store mounts, which are, I think, 25 each. In US dollars anyway. Numerous pets, and some are for, like foundations, and that's awesome. And then, of course, the buying a 90 thing, which I've already expressed my opinions on that, and everything like that. And I just think, and the implementing of the in-game store, which I overall think is a good thing for convenience purposes, but there's definitely more of a reason than convenience as to why it was implemented into the game. At least I think so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and break it all down here, and we'll see where it all goes. So I got on Facebook today, and many of you probably have a Facebook, and if so, you might like World of Warcraft's official Facebook page, as I do. It's good for updates and, everything like that. And I got on today, and I saw that they had a new mount available, the Warforged Nightmare mount. And, as most, mounts do from the store, it looks really badass. Not the most badass I've seen from the store, but still pretty kick-ass looking. But the thing that really struck me was already, it's like, how many have you released recently? I mean, they're almost releasing one every 2 months now. I mean, maybe my perception of time is a bit off, and it probably is, because I'm terrible with time and dates. But, it just seems over the course of the past year, as I said, it's been like 3 or 4, maybe 5 different mounts been released, all in a year. And that's not good. Not good at all, in my opinion. To me, there's no point in having a really cool looking mount if everyone can get it or has it. And I feel the same way with a mount like the Hearthsteed. Like, it looks like really freaking cool. Like, I think it's one of the coolest mounts I've seen. But you know, it's just so accessible. But that's a bit of a different story, because that's like winning 3 ranked matches in Hearthstone, which takes like no time, but at least you have to somewhat earn it. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call that earning it, but you don't have to pay money for it, and it's like doing something, you know, in a game or something. Now, if they would have had you earn the mount through Hearthstone still, but like you have to win like 200 or 300 ranked matches, like when you get like the golden version of the hero or whatever. I mean, that's a difficult feat, but it's possible, and it makes you work for something. And like then the mount would be like that much cooler because you worked hard for it and it looks awesome. And you know, that's just what I'm getting at in WoW, is that there's not a grind anymore. And trust me, I don't like grinds, you know, like terrible grinds like back in vanilla and TBC. They had a certain purpose. I think they're all good in moderation, but there's not even that anymore. They're just completely gone. And it's up to the immediate gratification thing now. And you see Blizzard just doing all this extra shit that just no one cares about, like getting new mounts on the store, and doing that Azeroth choppers thing, which I haven't seen an episode of, or you know, it's all this like extra stuff, and it's just like it's all pointless shit, like, and they're trying to like promote all this stuff, and like, and I saw this comment on the Warforged Nightmare Mount video on the Facebook page. Actually, 2 of them I want to read here. They're 2 of the top comments, and they have very, very legitimate points. I will link to the video in the description of the Warforged Nightmare Mount or whatever. And basically it says like your enemies will be like running for cover or something, like when you get this mount, you know, like how they have like the new trailers, which are well made and cool, and you know, whatever. So it basically says that as a line, but one of these comments from DL Scrime says, somehow I don't think this will be sending my foes slinking for cover, in quotations, more like laugh at me for dropping $30 on a mount. Now, I think that's a pretty legitimate point. You know, I don't think that. I mean, obviously it's all relative anyway. I mean, obviously it's not going to send your foes, you know, running for cover or whatever. And usually I get furious when I look at criticism like this on the WoW Facebook page, because it's almost all negative. But this case, yawn. In this case, I feel that it's somewhat justified, because at first, you know, like I didn't have a problem with all the buying mounts and stuff, but it's just become way too much. I mean, literally like every other month or so, or every 2 months or 3 months or something, they come out with a new mount, and it's just like, really? I mean, they haven't had content in the game for 9 months, and they want to sell mounts and do stupid shit like Azeroth choppers. I remember, I don't remember who said it, but the Blizzard employee said that they couldn't do patch 5.4 because whatever time they spent developing that would take process out of the development of Warlords of Draenor. Now, it seems to make sense, but I think it's kind of a fallacy. I don't think that's accurate. In my opinion, there are probably separate teams that work on patches and expansions. They're 2 completely different things. And I'm sure it's most of the same team, but still, I mean, ever heard of multitasking? And, you know, usually I'm not so nitpicky and this critical of Blizzard, but they've just kind of really struck a nerve with me. And I'm kind of on, you know, the edge of this whole thing. You know, I felt that the criticism on Blizzard has been really, you know, biased and unfair in the eyes of the community. You know, like their backlash on stuff, I think, has been like really over exaggerated. But this time they've just really struck a nerve with me, and you know, it's just been building up. It's not one thing. It's not just this mount, it's not just one mount, you know, it's the accumulation of all the fucking mounts, all the pets, all the Azeroth choppers, and all the other stupid shit that Blizzard throws into our faces, and you know, I just can't take it anymore. It's just really, really pissed me off, and you know, I just like I don't want to play WoW anymore. I do because it's fun, but I just like I don't see how I can support a company that's just full of fucking idiots like this, you know. And I probably will end up contradicting myself and go back to the game probably this week, honestly, because I've been wanting to play lately. Uh, but you know, another yawn. You know, but I don't know, it just pisses me off, and I won't be purchasing any more mounts from the mount store. I think I've bought one or two of them. I bought the Celestial Steed back in Wrath, I think. Like when it was brand new, because it was cool. And I think I bought one other one, but I can't remember. But anyway, oh yeah, I bought like the Bloodwing bat-looking thing or whatever. But that's beside the point. You know, basically, going back to the BlizzCon comment thing, you know, I fail to see how they couldn't produce a patch 5.5. I might have said 5.4 before, but whatever. A patch 5.5. You know, they could have easily done one by now, but they're not going to. And it really sucks because even if it wasn't a major content, even if it was just like a dungeon or like some scenic changes to Orgrimmar, you know, that would be enough. But they don't even want to do that much. But so let me get this straight. They don't have time to make a patch 5.5, no matter how minimal effort it may take. But they do have time to make a bunch of fucking stupid ass mounts, to make a bunch of pets, and do this dumbass Azeroth choppers thing, which is just going to be another in-game mount anyway, which they'll probably have some stupid fucking thing that like everyone can get. And you know, I don't like hearing myself talk like this because I sound like one of the people that is really critical, and I hate those people. But like I said, I'm just really pissed off right now. Blizzard's just struck a nerve with me. And I guess this is more of a rant video than a discussion video, so you can pretty much just discard what I said at the beginning. You know, and I just don't like where WoW's going. I think it'll be pay to win before too long, and who knows if there will be like buying gear, and like they could honestly implement a system where instead of like in-game gold, you pay with real money. Either that or you can buy gold in-game with real money. Now you can already do that through like, you know, outside sources, but I mean like Blizzard could do that. Actually, why they haven't is beyond me. I mean, maybe they're not that desperate yet, but they may very well reach that. And I don't know why they're so money hungry when they still have like 7 million subscribers and they're raking in the dough monthly. But clearly, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, and you know, Blizzard ever since about after Wrath of the Lich King has really just, you know, the money has gone to their heads. They're becoming greedy bastards, and everyone knows it. And you know, I recently saw a video actually earlier today of a YouTuber and a personal friend of mine that was retiring from YouTube. And he won't be named, but you know, he has 13,000 subs, and I talk to him on Skype sometimes, and you know, I enjoy his videos. And you know, he was retiring from YouTube today, and you know, he said, I just think it's time. You know, I've done all that there is that can be done, and I want to, you know, leave the way to have smaller YouTubers grow up and develop their own, you know, subscriber base and stuff. And I really admire him for that. And you know, Blizzard should take a word of advice. And I mean, I love World of Warcraft. It's been a part of my life since its founding, really, in 2004. And it will be until the game slips into irrelevancy, like ultimately every game ever does. But you know, at the end of the day, Blizzard's just one of those people that are the exact opposite of my friend, in the sense that they are just clinging on to the former success of the game, and I really want them to turn it around, but you know, how much life is really left in World of Warcraft? I mean, how much character remodeling and revamping of everything can be done? It's like they're just trying to, you know, like throw water in the proverbial fire to, you know, make it go out, but it's almost like they're making it worse. And you know, I'm excited for Warlords of Draenor personally. I mean, I think it's good. I think it looks damn good, from what I've seen. But you know, I've thought that about Mists of Pandaria. I thought that about Cataclysm. Now, Cataclysm wasn't good, in my opinion, not good at all. Now, Mists of Pandaria has been good. It's pretty much lived up to my expectations. Um, you know, like, the gameplay element of it is good, the content's great, the music's great, the environments are wonderful. It's just everything that's going on outside of that during this Mists of Pandaria era that I think overshadows it and makes people think that it's not as good as it actually is. And of the expansion itself, I'd rate it really good, like an 8 out of 10. But, I mean, I just don't like the things that are going on outside of that, like the buyable mounts, like the, you know, the direction that the game's going, and, you know, it's just, you know, it's going downhill, and, you know, this video is going really long, so I'll wrap it up here, but, you know, I'll be back making videos before too long, whether it's anime or WoW or whatever. I'll be here, and you know, hopefully Blizzard gets their shit together, and hopefully Warlords of Draenor kicks ass, and hopefully it's a huge success, because I love this game, and that's why I'm critical of this game, because I'm not afraid of change like a lot of people are with WoW that just want it to stay the same. I'm all for change. Change is a good thing in anything, whether it be life, sports, video games, whatever. It's good. You know, it's just a part of life, but you know, not in the right sense. Is Blizzard doing it? You know, they're doing change in the wrong way, in many senses, anyway. So anyway, I am feeling really lightheaded and tired, so I'm gonna call it here. But I hope you guys have an awesome time. Until my next video, stay safe. I love you all, and this is me, Noah from 1967, and I'll see you guys next time.